Hello there, I thought I'd show you how I made a tunnel card. It looks like this. It's looking like a regular card on the outside, but when you open it up you have a sort of a tunnel you can peek through to see what's inside. You can decorate this in many ways, but I'm just going to give you a really simple, clean and simple way to go about this. So this was my first attempt, and I really like that it's horizontal like this. No, vertical, sorry, vertical. But I think that the easiest way to go about things is just to make a 6 by 6 inch card when it's folded together. And of course you could have a square opening in there if you wanted to. You could also have the inner piece in a different color, different size and everything, but let's keep things really clean and simple. And my thought for this card is that I would like to make use of this one to the front, and I would like to do a bit of stamping on the inside, and well, let's go about it. I've got two pieces of paper. They both measure 6 by 12 inches. I have scored one of them in the center, 6 inches that is. So I score it with my bone folder. I put it in my score pal, score it like that, fold it and crease it really well like that. So there we have the first bit. And I did do the measurements. The 6 by 12 inches is the complete paper, and the first and only score line is on the 6-inch mark there. I have also drawn a circle here just to show me how big a stamp I could put in here. Then the second piece of paper, I just put it in my score pal, and I score it at 6 inches, and you could of course, if you wanted to, score it at 9 and 3 if you want the scoring lines to go as they are supposed to do that. So if you're going to do the 6th inch first, then you're going to flip it, the paper like so, crease that, and then turn the paper over and do the scoring at 9 and 3, and then just turn them the other way around like so, just to have a really nice looking back to it. So in that way you actually have created a gatefold card, haven't you? So it's a really nice way to go about it. But since I have scored that one inside, I sort of have a accordion thingy going here. It's looking like an M, and in order to get the circle to be put rather straight in there, I took a die like this, and I used the scoreboard to put it here at the sixth mark, and I tried to get as much room on the both sides, and I marked it with a Sharpie here and there, and I turned it over and I did the same thing. So I do have some marks, and for this paper I used a ruler, and I put the ruler, let's see if I can diagonal like so, just where those score marks are, and I just drew a line there, and then I used the center score line, and I also made a score line, drew a line here at the 3-inch mark. So now we are sort of ready to get started, and of course I went to a die cutting machine and I put this one alongside that one, and I die cut it like that, so that I can put that one aside, and everything is all right here right now. And this is just going to be a prototype, so I won't be bothered to I won't be gluing this together. So what you need to think about, of course, is you need to put these papers, you need to butt them up like so. So when you're going to glue it down, you could put some glue on this panel here. Do not put here, because then it's going to get stuck to this one and you won't have the tunnel effect, now will you? And then you could do the same thing on this side and just make the card go like this. But before I go there, I think I'll just do some stamping with those magnificent stamps from Marian Design. So I think I'll just take out a couple of them, and I do need a block or two, and I do need some inks, and I think I'll just continue with those Vistas oxide inks because I like them so much. So I do have this space to work with, and of course I could erase this before, because I think it's going to be, there's a risk of actually damaging that when I'm going to do the stamping and everything. So I think it's better, and make sure that your eraser is clean. Erase it. It seems like I didn't have the best eraser here now, did I? Like so, and I still see where I can do the stamping there. So let's see if I could do a bit of stamping with these wonderful stamps from Marianne Design. This one is called Dots, and I'm going to use the solid dots, and I'm going to go for some orange because I like orange a lot. And in this case, I don't mind getting some of the dots outside the circle, because I'm just going to create a layer upon layer effect with this technique. And I could do a bit of stamping, cleaning up like so. I'll just take that one away. So that's it. And I think that I'll move on to another stamp. I'm just going to put it back, so I know where I have everything. And I think I'll just go for the netting stamp. So I did use the orange, so I might go with some pink. And I think I'll just put it a little bit on top of that one. And I'm going to put it back. I like the circles it's called. It's a grungy circle stamp. I really do like this one. And I'm thinking that since it's circular in its shape, it's going to enhance the effect of a circular motif inside. So I could just put it there. And just having those three could do, I think. One doesn't always need to go overboard with one stamping. Let's see if I'll do like these. I think I'll just go for these as well. The grid stamp. So I think I'll just go for something green, and I think that I'll be picking up, well, let's go for cracked pistachio. I think that's going to be a really nice companion to all of those stamps and colors. Cracked pistachio there. And let's see, should I go with it like that? No, I think I'll just put it like that. So, and there we have it. So this is what I'm ending up with. And I could just clean it up. And what I could do now is try to find some tape or glue perhaps. Why not use some glue? Or I could just show it to you what I'm thinking of doing. So now I have this one, and just remember, you know, I actually did luck out with the fact that I don't have to show that one off. I could actually make this into a card if I wanted to, and I could actually erase the 6-inch mark there. So if I'm going to turn this one over like so, because I do want that tunnel to be towards me, and when you open this card up, ta-da, this is what you're going to end up with. Ta-da! So you can see it, and when you are tilting the card, you can still see that there is some room to do a little bit more stamping if one wants to. So one could basically say that you have a 6-inch opening here, because you have the panels that are going to be 3 inches on either side. So basically you could stamp all you want to in a 6 by 6 inch opening, and you could just open things up like this. So if I wanted, I could do some text stamping here and something like that. And of course I do believe, and I think that the panels here are rather pale and faint, so perhaps one could do what I did with my first card. Let's see if I can find it yet once more, because I did have something that I had stamped on it before. It's just so typical. I can't find it now, can I? There it is. I hid it underneath that box. And of course it's nice to have the front the same kind of looking, so you have some kind of cohesion there. So I have actually the same thing there with 3 stamps, and then I have stamped a grid pattern on the inside, and the inside bit is also smaller than the outside bit, so that is also going to give some interest. So if I wanted to, I could of course try to cut it, let's say 1/2 inch smaller on either side in that case, and I could do some continued stamping and such just to make it work. But I think that it's really nice to start with a 6 by 6 inch card, and then you can just work things out when it comes to measuring things and that sort of thing. So let's say I were to have a smaller piece of paper here, and I'm just going to move it up a little inside. You see, I'm just going to keep it with my hands, and when it's going to be closed, this bit here is also going to go a little bit inside. But I think it's all right actually to just have it butted up like that. So tunnel card, I do hope you make your own tunnel cards. I mean, these are fun to make and they are rather fun to get, I suppose. It's a sort of a tunnel pop-up card. And there we have it. Stamps from Marian Design. And I think that I could redo my stamping, because I don't like the yellow bit here. So perhaps I could do stamping with the same colors and everything and the same stamps, just to keep it cohesive. So I'm going to sign off right now. Bye bye.